That is a dope sound effect.
ASMR. Shout out to
Shout
Zach.
out Zach. Big facts. Zach, you know that's your shit.
Yo, cuz, why Zach take himself out of our group?
Facts. Like, what you do that? I thought you did that shit. He like, nah, he took himself out.
Look, Zachariah has left the group. We share shit in that group too, sir. That's just interesting in general.
We just want you to see it. Your ass just take yourself out the group. That's fucked up.
Bitch.
We know you don't fuck with us no more. It's all right. What I say if you don't fuck with me? I don't give a fuck. It's like, nah. It's like, nah.
Oh, shit.
That's real shit.
Late last night.
So what?
How'd you propose?
How'd I propose? It wasn't very romantic. It was
Really?
Nah, I mean it kind of was, cause I basically had ordered her ring, and I was waiting for it to come, and then like I basically like lied to her, said yeah it's not gonna come for like another week or so, or whatever. And then I just started telling her how much I feel about her, how I love her, and then I got down on one knee. She started crying and shit.
Oh shit, were you nervous?
No, I wasn't nervous.
No worry that she would have been like, nah.
Nah, I ain't questioning that.
Yo, what would you have done? She's like, nah, I'm cool.
Nah, I'd been like, well, fuck you this.
But she like, I like it the way it is. It's fine, just the way it is.
I know I'd have been hurt like a motherfucker.
How do you think it would have changed you?
I wouldn't be as good as a person as I am now.
Okay.
If it wasn't for her, for real. Like, yeah, I would be a asshole. Like, you think I'm an asshole now? Like, I ain't got shit on what I would have been.
Okay.
Dead ass.
So it would have halted your ascension to Darius.
Fuck you, nigga. You keep trying to slide this shit on me, bro. No. I'm not accepting it. Give that back. I do not want the crown. That bitch hurt anyway. That bitch got thorns
on it.
Nah, I'm cool.
Shit. All right, you ready to jump into the next one?
Facts. Let's get it motherfucking popping.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the crib. I'm Rahmonn.
I'm Darien.
It's another beautiful fucking Thursday. Hopefully the weather holds up to that statement.
Big facts. We hope that. We hope that for y'all.
I'm loving fall, as I told you.
Yeah. Don't forget to tell them it's episode 30.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 30.
Guys, episode 30.
Episode 30.
Your fucking phone.
Yeah, man, my phone going
Your
off.
trap line is going crazy right now.
Ain't no trap line.
Now, I know what time you usually take care of your business. If you guys haven't noticed, we're recording. Well, you wouldn't notice, but we're recording earlier than we normally would.
Yeah, I was about to say they wouldn't know it.
Yeah. There's no natural light in here to tell the difference whether it's day or night.
Ain't no window behind us, none of that. Yeah.
So, it's funny. I was looking at. I'll come back to that point. What are you grateful for, sir?
What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for my kids, my babies. Love them to death. They make me want to continue to work hard and be better and break these generational curses.
That's what's up. That's huge. That's important.
Big facts.
I am grateful for. I know I said it a couple weeks ago, but feeling good. Like It's funny. I've been consistently going to the gym. Today I did a workout, and I thought I killed myself because normally on a treadmill, two problems I have with the treadmill: when I can see the time, before I would get bored. Right? Because I'm walking, I'm looking at the same thing in front of me, and it seems like the time is taking forever. So what I used to do is I used to take a towel to cover up the treadmill. Whenever it stopped, it stopped. And now I've been using this exercise program thing. So they like tell you like, increase your incline here, go this speed, go that speed. So you kind of get more of an interval training, right? And my fucking calves were on fire. I didn't think I was going to be able to drive home.
Shit.
But
you got them fucking noodle legs.
One of the things the lady used to say, what the lady was saying during the thing is like, sometimes when you do a hard thing, it's hard in the moment, but you reap the benefits afterward. And mentally, I definitely feel better.
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
Now, when I took a shower, I'm still fat. So, but it don't work it don't work in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say one of your problems with the treadmill is that you could feel your titties jumping. That's what I thought you was gonna say.
You know what? When I first gained a significant amount of weight, probably like 10 years ago, I was my heaviest, like 265. And I never forget, home in New Jersey, it's mad potholes. Like the roads here are a breeze. I remember the first time I fucking hit a pothole, and I'm like, what the fuck is that bouncing around in my chest? What the fuck is that?
Oh, shit.
And then my second thought was, do girls feel like this all the time? My condolences.
That shit. Yo, I seen a video of a nigga who was basically being an Uber for the chick, and she fell asleep in the back, and she had big titties. He was like, he hit the speed bump. He was like, oh no, I gotta do that again. When back was like, she woke up. I see what you doing. Like, nah, let me out. That shit was funny. That's funny. That's facts though.
I've been looking at but anyway, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
I have lost weight, and I just feel great. I don't even care so much about the weight. I feel better.
Right. That's what matters. Feeling better.
Yeah. We've been talking about different like streams of revenue, right? And I have a friend who she did Uber. Now she lives in my best friend. I've talked about her here before, and she did Uber and used it to pay off credit card debt, so she'd be debt free. So I've been thinking about doing something like, on my days off or whatever, and we talked about doing it together. And every time somebody comes in the store and they're doing Instacart, I'll ask them their experience, like, is it worth it? Da, da, da. And I haven't had anybody say it's not worth it. And they all say you got to like pick the jobs appropriately. So you know me, what do? I go to look up stuff. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but we're thinking about it. But most people do say in order to make decent money, they work about 8 hours at it a day. And I'm just not sure if with everything else between this and the music shit, do I have the capacity to put in 8 hours into to that?
Oh, yeah.
So then I was talking to these two people. I had 3 different people come in last week, and they were talking about they're resellers. So they go to Goodwill and shit, or go to like auctions and they buy shit and they resell it for more money. And Gary V, you've heard of him, right? You've seen him on Instagram, probably realize who he is. But he does it too. And I said, oh, that's not terrible. Until I started watching videos on the shit. One, I found this one video. God bless this young lady for putting herself out there. But if I ever need to go to sleep, I'm going to watch that video.
Shit.
She put me straight to
sleep.
Shit. As soon as it came out, I was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm watching a video trying to do this research. Whenever I fall asleep, I don't know if it's a man thing or it's me. I swear to you that I'm not asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
we're not going to admit that shit.
Yeah, I'm not asleep. I'm watching
not going to admit that shit. Mom would be like, babe, you sleeping? No, I'm watching TV. I saw what happened. I ain't see shit, motherfucker.
No clue. But, yeah, I'm not built for I don't even like shopping regular for me. So I don't think I would enjoy. And not that you necessarily have to enjoy it, but if you're going to put time into it, it shouldn't be miserable, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to enjoy it. First of all, every time I go on Goodwill, my nose immediately is tingling because of the smell of just old mothbally clothes.
That shit.
And it kind of creeps me out, like not knowing who wore this thing before. So I wouldn't do it. Kudos to the people who do. I would feel uncomfortable buying somebody else's used clothes and wearing them. It's just weird to me, no matter how much I washed it.
But in the hood, motherfuckers did that shit a lot. But then also, they would always tell you gotta go to the right neighborhood, the Goodwill in the right neighborhood. Like, you gotta go out. Basically, like, probably like this area, if there's one around here, like, that one would have better stuff than that motherfucker in Wilmington. Like, because it's basically higher. I guess more, like, wealthier people putting shit there.
And see, that would be my strategy too, because a lot of these people, they'll find, like, the one girl was talking about how she'll find, actually one of the people I talked to in the store, she was saying, like, she'll find, like, even used Birkenstocks, she'll clean them up a little bit and resell them. She says, I just do it for fun. She said, I make about $500 extra a month. I mean, the first dude I met, he was making, like, he says, I make $1,000 to $3,000 in addition a month when I do it. But watching how these people were going in stores and, like, looking for shit, like, I don't really want
the time to,
Usually when I go to Goodwill, I'm looking for records. I'm looking for, like, gems that I could get samples from and shit. Or, like, maybe, oh, shit, I used to have this and I don't have it anymore. And even that, sometimes when you start, the stench of stuff that's been sitting stale to me drives my nose crazy. I hate that smell. So, like, and I think we went to there's a Goodwill in Bear. And I think we went to that one, and I was looking. I was like, all right, I'm over this. I need to get out of here. So I don't know if that's the right one for me.
Yeah.
I think Instacart might be the better one. I don't know. We'll see. I said I'm willing to try it. Some people make their entire living off of these demand services.
Some people all day. Uber, DoorDash, Instacart, all that shit. I don't know if I got the capacity to do that shit though.
I couldn't do Uber. I don't want nobody else in my car.
Yeah, I don't like people in my car.
Well, I don't want nobody in my car. But just even other people's spirits in my car. I don't want that energy.
That shit drained from you and shit. I gotta give some type of energy I wasn't trying to give out. Yeah, fuck that.
No, speaking of fun, it's a funny scene in this season of Cobra Kai where Johnny decides to do Uber. It's kind of funny.
Oh, shit.
But
that would be funny.
Some people do they'll do multiple ones, so they'll do Uber and Lyft back and forth. And the one common theme that everybody who does Instacart said is you got to pay attention to the orders, because she says sometimes you'll get an order, it'll be out PA, or sometimes you'll get an order, it'll be like 4 things, and you only made X amount of dollars, so it turned out not being worth it. But what's nice, apparently in the app you can see what the shopping list looks like. I forget what she said they call it, but I'm gonna try it just to say I tried it.
Yeah, right.
But if I could do that a couple hours a week, and
Instacart, do it like 2-3 hours and shit, you might make a couple dollars.
I know I'm not gonna want to do it in inclement weather, but that's probably when you'd have the most likeliness of people not wanting to.
Oh yeah, when it's cold and shit.
Or I don't really care about the cold. I'm talking about like snow and ice.
Oh yeah,
I barely want to go to work.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers really gonna be doing it then. That's the main time people order shit, because they don't want to go out.
Yeah. So, how was your week, sir?
My week was good. It was awesome. It was a week.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it was.
Yeah.
How was yours though?
Pretty good. Can't complain. The madness has died way
I know
down.
you happy about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just staffing challenges is normal, but it is what it is. It's the same everywhere.
Yeah, no matter where you go.
I wonder if it's ever going to end.
It may after a while. Only reason why I'm basically on the verge of like saying it's not, because so many companies are doing fucking remote jobs and all of that. So like that's almost like the new wave. Everybody wants to be remote now.
I also think there's a ton of people that want to be entrepreneurs, right? And there's nothing wrong with aspiring to be an entrepreneur.
Do their own business.
But I think in the reality of it, some people are entrepreneurs and some people are employees. And I don't say that to be mean or spiteful, but it's just, I think it's the reality of...
No, that's facts. Not everybody...
It takes more work to be an entrepreneur than to just be an employee, and some people don't have it cut out. Because you've heard of like the quiet quitting thing, where people are deciding they're only doing the bare minimum to keep their job.
Yeah.
So they can have more work-life balance.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? The other one I read about in business...
Said quiet quitting.
Forget what they called it, but they... So let's say you're a manager in your current role, right? And you want more work-life balance. So you go take a job that has less responsibility and most often less pay in order to have more mental stability.
That's what I did.
No, you took a job with less responsibility and
more pay. Yeah, well, it's basically... I got you.
You didn't do that. You did what we do. What they're doing is you taking a job, let's say you make $60,000 a year, but you're like, I don't want all this responsibility, so I'm going to take a job that maybe pays $40,000 a year, but I have more peace. Again, I don't understand how you...
I can never go down and pay. I can't.
Yeah, because you have to... if your peace is really worth it, and I think peace is priceless in some instance, you do have to lose some of your... You do have to trade something for it, right? Nothing is free. So you would have to trade your lifestyle, right? Like maybe... you don't buy a new car, or maybe you don't buy necessarily the car you want, or maybe you don't go out and eat as often as possible. But there's got to be some kind of balance of, I want to make a certain amount. Because, right, like I can't, if I like retail, I can't go into retail and expect to make a certain level just as an associate, just as a cashier.
True.
It's not going to happen, right? So it's interesting. But it's got to come to an end, because all these people that maybe don't make it or aren't cut out to be entrepreneurs, and they realize that,
they're going to be salty when they back on their ass. We hope the best for you, but not all y'all going to make it.
But I find it, one thing I did love hearing the stories after the pandemic is how so many people have started and maintained individual businesses, or they followed a passion that they've always wanted to do. And they've always wanted to do it, and they always had the fear of losing the stability, right? Because the stability is comfortable. Like, your job's not promised, my job's not promised. But for the most part, you believe that as long as I come in and do what I'm supposed to do on Friday or Thursday or whatever day, this money will be deposited in my account. And there's some comfort in that, right? But then on the flip side, you don't grow in a comfort zone.
Yeah, that's facts.
So,
you don't grow in the comfort zone.
Like, comfort I spoke about last week, like, me doing reels is interesting. And I think I figured out what it is. So I set up and I was doing videos, right, in preparation to make reels. Now, I'm not going to dance.
Why not?
I'm not a dancer.
You don't do none of that?
I've never been a dancer. And it's interesting because I don't embarrass easily. You've heard stories I've told you and told on here.
Yeah, shit on yourself when you got hit.
I was wondering when that was going to come back.
That shit was crazy. And yeah,
that was the first time I ever publicly told that story.
I know. Motherfucker hit me and I shit myself, cuz. Oh my gosh. It's over. I gotta move the fuck away. You can't walk down that block no more.
I don't think nobody knew I shit on myself. I knew it.
A nigga would have smelt that shit.
Sitting in Penn Station trying to clean my ass just long enough to take the bus home.
Ooh.
Because I didn't want to ride all the way home 20 minutes on the bus with shit in my pants.
So I had doodle butter all on your ass.
That wasn't fair to the other people on the bus either.
Man, fuck them. You ain't shit yourself. Like, that's how I told you, man. Fuck you. You ain't shit yourself.
Oh my goodness. But for some reason when I'm talking, and again, it's the whole talking into the camera by myself. So somebody gave me a suggestion. They said put googly eyes, like the little bubbly eyes on the camera to help. I'm just going to do it. It's like everything else that I've decided to do. I just jump in both feet. So
thanks. Talking about the googly eyes?
No.
Oh, I was about to say that.
That's more of an expense. No, you're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm reaching the age where I've always been embarrassed when I go to a wedding. Because I don't know why it was so important to me when I was younger, but being able to dance was important. And I've never been able. I'm amazed that
you don't have to be able to dance. You just got to have a two-step.
And so, like, at weddings,
you don't got no two-step?
I probably do. Like, when there's videos Susan has of me, like, we'll just be home chilling, and I'll be like, oh, let's put some music on and just talk and chill and shit. And I'll just be getting into the shit. And I'll just be getting into my shit. But I've always been scared. I remember, you got to love your parents, right? For trying to take care of you, even though they don't say what it is. So I remember, I want to say this was the 5th grade. And my mother always put us in private school, so we had a better education. So we always were in smaller schools, right? And so we did a talent show this one year. And I had decided, and there's a video of it. I don't know if the tape is around it. There's a video somewhere. Who knows where the hell it is. I had decided I was going to be in this talent show. And of course, I wanted to do something musical. So I had narrowed it down to 2 songs. I was either going to do Kiss by Prince, or I was going to do, I forget the song, but it was a song by Janet Jackson. So I would never forget being in the living room, showing my mom the 2 different routines I was going to do.
Oh, shit.
And I'm sure my mother didn't want to, in 5th grade, what are you, 10 or 11?
Yeah.
Sure my mother didn't want to crush my 10 or 11 self and say, nigga, you look gay. Don't do the Janet Jackson song. Because she had this look and she was like, I'd probably do the Prince song if I were you.
Yeah.
I would do the Prince song.
She was trying to be nice. Like,
and then she went a step further. She was like, you should maybe do it as kind of like a comedy or a spoof thing. Right? Because back then I used to get teased a lot, and I'm sensitive, still sensitive, and I was more sensitive back then. And so I think that was her way of protecting. Like, she didn't want to halt me from trying to do something I wanted to try to do.
But she wanted you
she didn't want my fucking soul to get crushed either. And I did it, and I got a standing ovation. Now, whether they were all standing and joking, I even hiked. I don't know if you ever seen the Prince video, but I even hiked my shirt up halfway like the Prince video. And I danced my ass off to the Kiss song.
Did you wear chaps?
I don't remember nothing about the outfit except I did hike my shirt up and I had this gray, like, members only jacket. This tells you how long it was.
Shit.
Members only jacket. Yeah, 5th grade for me would have had to have been 85, 86-ish. So
Damn.
Stand to know, though.
That's like 7 years, 8 years before I was born. Right? No. My math is fucked up, so I ain't gonna.
93, right?
Yeah.
13. So 6.
6.
8, no.
Yeah, I know. Niggas got
Yeah,
count.
7. I was just hoping I didn't get past 10 because then I had to kick a shoe off on camera and shit. Like, 13.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so she protected it. But now I feel like I think the coolest dude, you ever go to a wedding, you see the older dude, somebody's uncle, he just out there cutting a rug. Whether he look good or don't, he just out there enjoying himself and having fun. That's what I'm going to do at the next wedding I go.
Right. That's what's up. That's what
I'm
you
going to be the uncle that just didn't. And I've said it a couple of times, and then when it came down to it, I still just sat my ass in the chair. At a minimum, I'll do a slow dance. Because, can't really fuck that up. But I always wanted to learn the tango.
Tango? Tango looks decent.
2 movies did it for me. If you ever seen The Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino, it's the movie where he's blind. He's like an ex-military guy and he's blind and he has his kid taking care of him while his sister's out of town.
I feel like I remember that.
He tangos in that movie. And then when Dr. Dre started the new label for Aftermath and he did the song, the video for I've Been There, Done That. And they had this scene where all these black people and this black excellence and they're doing the tango. And I was like, that shit looks tough. I want to do that.
Yeah.
So I remember talking to one of my coworkers at the time. And I said, yo, we should take a tango lesson. Just platonic coworkers, right? And she was like, all right, bet. So I start calling around places. I was like, hi, me and my partner are looking. I didn't understand the gravity of the word partner at the time.
Yeah.
We're looking for places that do you do tango lessons? And you hear people fucking snickering in the background. Hang on, let me ask somebody. Hey guys, I got this guy on the phone. What's to do if we do tango lessons? And I got discouraged. I never did that.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I don't care now. I want to learn to do tango.
Nigga, your flat ass feet ain't gonna help you, motherfucker. That shit ain't gonna work. Nah,
How
that's
about
dope,
when
though.
I'll save it. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna save it for when you guys do your vow renewal ceremony. I'm gonna do a tango at your wedding.
Well, I want to do it at our 10-year.
It's coming up. 3 more years.
3 more years.
Start planning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Presumably that I'm invited.
Oh yeah, nah.
Invite myself and shit.
That shit
Can you
go.
imagine? And shit, you be like, yo, I ain't gonna be able to make the pod this week. You're like, all right, no problem. Then I'm scrolling with Instagram. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We fuck around, do a pod at the fucking event. The fuck you talking about?
I don't think your wife would be down with that.
Yeah, she would.
Nuh-uh.
It'd be entertainment.
It would be. It would be taking attention away from her day.
Oh yeah, nah. I would never take attention from her. That's why she gonna be on there on that episode.
T, when you coming on? I know you watching.
So I'll put that out there real quick.
I like that.
Facts.
So, special episode because it's our 30th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another little mini milestone, but a milestone nonetheless.
Facts.
And it's kind of cool because
Every time we get a 0 on the side of that number, motherfucker, that's a good thing.
and you're about to be 30 next year.
Yeah, I will be. Oh, you had to remind me.
That ain't shit.
I already feel my knees fucking giving out.
Other than knees, I mean, you could be like Miss Debo, you know, the 77-year-old bodybuilder that comes into the store.
Yeah.
You never met her?
Yeah, I met her. Yeah.
She was like, you come out and work out with me sometime. I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I was like,
I'm scared.
thank you. In my head, I'm like,
Hell no, I'm scared.
Let me tell you guys,
She would
there's
go with
benefit in
too much
exercising.
goddamn aggression.
You would not, if you saw this woman, you would not guess she was in her 70s.
At all. I thought she was like 40-something max. Like,
And I would not fuck with her.
yeah, hell no. She'll body slam the shit out of me.
She gets up every day and is at the gym at 4:30 in the morning until 7:30, 5 days a week.
God damn. 3 hours a day?
And now she did say, I go to sleep at 6 p.m. So if you have an event, that's nice, but I won't be there.
No shit.
Like, she's not dedicated to this. But when you look at her, sometimes you see people that are like my age that are bent over and hunched and slow and limping. And you see somebody like her or older who are just upright walking and happy. And that's why I go to the gym.
Facts. That's motivation for your ass.
Yo.
Especially when you start feeling that your fucking body slowing down and all that shit.
So I say that to 29-year-old, you about to be 30, like to start the habit now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not such a fight if you're trying to start the habit in your 40s.
In my 40s.
It'll just be a natural part of your
routine. I know. My 30s is going to be a whole fucking different ball game. Like, I done did all my childish shit. I done did all the extra shit. Like, it's time for me to grind and go the fuck hard now.
It's funny because most people get depressed when they're turning 30. I looked at it as I got 10 years of fucking adult experience.
Yeah,
that I can rely on from fucked up mistakes I made and try and do better. And I looked at 40 the same way.
Facts. That's what it is.
I was like, I have 20 years of fucked up experience. Let's see if we can make this next decade better. And you know what? For the most part,
it takes time.
It's been all right.
Facts. It takes time.
But now that I've got my education, most of it, because you learn every day, I want to continue to be healthy in the rest of my education. So, but what I was going to ask you, retrospectively turning 30, what would 30-year-old Darien go back and tell 18-year-old Darien?
What would I tell 18-year-old Darien? I would tell him be yourself. I would tell him continue to be the hardworking person you are, but don't succumb to everybody else's bullshit. I would tell him stick to the ones that's close to you. Because a lot of them are there for a good reason. It's a lot I tell my fucking self. Shit. Tell myself, make sure your ass go to work every day. Don't be calling off consistently and then get fucking fired. That was my first job.
Oh, shit.
When I was first at Walmart, I was calling off like a motherfucker. Then they fired my ass.
And see, I only know you, so that is like
that don't sound right. Yeah, that was the only time that ever happened. Out of all my jobs I had, nobody could say like I call off consistently. I was there.
I think all the time we worked together, I know you to call off once, and it was a snowstorm.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get out. You couldn't get.
I couldn't. Yeah. Like I be in these trenches. Like I don't know. I want my name to be something positive. Like no matter how you look at me, I want it to be something positive. I ain't got time for negativity no more, man.
Right.
Even though I got fucking anger issues, I don't got time for negativity. That shit is draining.
You try meditating anymore? I almost said masturbating.
That is meditation, nigga.
Have you tried non-masturbating meditation anymore?
Not recently. I was doing it for a while, but I would just go to sleep. So I just would go to sleep when I wanted to go to sleep. Because it would just be something I did till I went to sleep. But now it's like I just go to sleep.
Do you find that your sleep was better though?
Nah,
did you sleep more peacefully? No,
my sleep was the same. Yeah,
okay.
Same bullshit ass sleep.
So you would tell him to work hard. Do you think it would change anything? Right? Because in order for you to have this advice for yourself, you had to have experienced something to be able to give him that advice. Did I say that right? Yeah, I think you said it right.
Yeah. Like everything that I've been through basically pushed me for that. Because like if I would have had the mindset that I have now back then, I would damn near be running a store by now. Like
right.
I know that for a fact because of how good I was at my job and how attentive I was at it. But when my ass was able to get a day off, motherfucker, I ain't give a fuck about the pay. I was like, yeah, I'm cool. Like I ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
And they had this dumbass system. Like it's not like where we was, where you actually had to talk to somebody when you call off. No, you would call a fucking automated number, press this button, and then that shit
makes it easy as shit.
Okay, I'm done. I called off. It's in the system. Like
right. You know, it's crazy. Amazon is so busy and they think about duplication of your people. You don't even have to call out if you work there. Just don't show up. They've planned for it already.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's real crazy. So what's it like? Oh, if you want to get paid, come to work. Like,
because they have a strict tolerance that after X, I don't know what the number is, but
Yeah.
after X amount of times of being late or not showing up, you're just done.
yeah,
So I don't need to talk to you to hear your bullshit excuse. Just,
Yeah.
you didn't show up.
simple
Moving
as
on.
that. Yeah, that's facts though. That's facts. You don't show up, you don't work here, motherfucker.
Anything else you would tell yourself?
Mm. Probably don't follow anybody.
Okay.
Because when I was younger, I was into trying to impress people and trying to make people see me as a cool person and all that shit. But I realize now none of that shit mattered. Majority of those people aren't even in my fucking corner anymore. So
Do you think that's just condition of who, like everybody, right? You think it down to, I don't know if it's a man thing, but think about how many things we do as men, or at a time we did as men to attract a woman or a girl, depending on how old you are, right? Even like in the animal kingdom, where you know how like in our species, women wear the makeup and get the hair done and stuff. And if you ever notice, if you pay attention, like the lions, the male has the mane, and the birds, the brighter bird is the male, because the male has to do all the work to attract the female. Not different from us, but we don't do that flashy.
yeah,
but we do it in different ways.
We not out here peacocking. We not. Yeah. That's basically what it is. You peacocking. You trying to show off, trying to flaunt.
But I think we've all done dumb shit to try and be cool and be accepted.
Yeah, that's facts. Everybody has.
But I think it's because we're social people we're social beings by nature. Like animals, like certain animals, like monkeys, they gather in a group.
Yeah. So yeah, that is true. We are social beings.
But like I think for me, because I've done shit to try and be cool, I think I would just tell myself to be comfortable with who you are and how you think, and don't be embarrassed about it. It's interesting because there's things that as a parent and parents do in order to protect you, and sometimes taken in the wrong context. Because like a lot of things that I've been hesitant to do is because my mother was, don't embarrass us, right? Don't embarrass this household, don't embarrass this family. And there's goods and bads about it, right? Like I'm not going to leave a house with wrinkled clothes because that was embarrassing.
Facts.
But some things that might be tricky or challenging, I wouldn't try or didn't try because I didn't want to look stupid or embarrassing myself or the family.
That's a big thing. Motherfuckers will tell you that shit quick. So you're gonna embarrass the family. Don't do that. You're gonna make the family look bad. I don't give a fuck. Like, like I'm not making nobody look bad. I'm making myself look bad. I'll accept that. Like, that's a part of the problem. Everybody makes it about everybody, and it's not. Like everybody has their own mind. Everybody is their own entity. So your actions doesn't depict the type of person I am, and so forth and so forth. Even if it's family, what my brother doesn't depict who I am.
Right.
And I had to deal with some of that shit growing up, going to school and shit, because Kick was like, he was bad as shit in school. He was fighting consistently, all that. As soon as I go to, and then I went to all the schools right behind him.
Right.
Yeah, and they, oh, you're Mr. Mitchell. Okay. Your brother was in my my class last year. I said, oh, okay. Like, motherfuckers always assumed I was gonna be an ass, and when they realized I was the exact opposite, they started feeling bad about that shit. But like,
I never thought about that because I'm the oldest. But my sons, like, and none of them had bad reputations, at least not to my knowledge. But they were 3 years and 2.5 years behind each other. So, and they all went to the same school. So, like, the teachers got to teach all three of them. That's got to be an interesting concept. Like, but you're probably right. They probably prejudged you. Oh, here come one of the Mitchell boys.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. And they realized I was nice as shit, and I do my work and all that shit. Shit changed. All my teachers always liked me though, because I was good. I was a cool ass person. Young boy.
One teacher, the way me and my boy Art met, my boy that lives in Cali, he showed up to the wrong class. It had been 3 days that we started high school, and he was with the wrong group for 3 days. I don't know how.
Oh shit! How? Yeah,
I don't know how. So he comes into the class, and he was cool as shit. We're sitting in the back of the room. busting up. And I never forget our teacher, Miss Perkins. It was our science teacher. She's like, boys, don't make me kick you out or something to that effect. And she used to, giving you that whole, like, you ain't going to be shit because you're not paying attention to my class. And I remember working part-time at a supermarket one time. And she comes in the supermarket. And I remember thinking, does she think I ain't shit?
Said, did I just prove her right, motherfucker?
I'm selling her. My story's not done yet, bitch.
Oh, that gotta be embarrassing. Because a lot of famous people, they be talking about, yeah, my teacher said I wasn't going to be shit. Now look at me.
I don't know. You think every rap?
Nah, that's bullshit. The majority of them is bullshit. Like, that's everybody wants that to be part of the story. Like, nah. If I get somewhere, I'm letting y'all know my teachers didn't tell me I wasn't going to be shit, okay? My teachers liked me, okay? I said I wasn't going to be shit.
If anybody stopped me, it was myself.
Facts. That's big facts.
I would tell my younger self not to prioritize work so much.
Shit. That's
and
facts.
To put my family first, particularly my sons. I made a lot of excuses, and it could be because it was easier than, at the time than dealing with things at home.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I always had to work, and I always prioritized work for years and years and years and years and years. And the funny thing was, we watched my pops prioritize work, and I watched my mother for years complain about that shit. And I still did the same shit.
But that's the thing. A lot of times we get accustomed to doing what we see. Like, even though it's something that we didn't like, we'll get accustomed to it because in our mind, that's what you're supposed to do. I've seen it all my life.
Right.
That's what he's been doing. So this is what I need to do. And we don't realize, like, a lot of that time is precious.
And I think in the interim of it, you're thinking, it's not like I'm out hanging out. I'm not out drinking and shit. I'm working to provide for the family, but it's not all about money. Like, what's missing from my son's life from the time that I wasn't there? You know what I mean? And it's something I think about. I try not to dwell on it, right? Because it'll be slumped in a
that's facts.
depression.
That's facts.
But like, what did they miss? And I should know the answer, right? Same shit I missed.
Real shit. That's fact. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. They miss all the shit I miss. That's real shit.
And hopefully, like you said, breaking generational curses, right?
Yeah, that's the goal.
These guys are a lot smarter than me, so hopefully they're like, all right, we're going to cut this shit out.
I need my kids to be able to take care of me when I get old. Because I'm sorry, parents, I can't take care of y'all asses. That's
And the crazy part,
if I could, I would.
Look at the option. If your kids aren't around to take care of you, right? And look at the other people in the workforce. And let's say you had to go to like a nursing home or a retirement community. I think that's the more appropriate thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you got some of these people out there in their phone that's supposed to be taking care of you.
I'm gonna give my parents a BB gun and tell them shoot that motherfucker every time they don't listen. every time they ain't helping your ass out, you ring the bell and they ain't coming, shoot that motherfucker with the BB gun.
Ring the bell. Probably have an app for it.
They old asses ain't gonna want the app. They go, give me that fucking bell. Say fuck this app shit. I don't know what this is. Give me the damn bell. Say ding-a-ling-a-ling, motherfucker.
What's the thing that when we get old, we're not gonna understand? Do you ever wonder about that?
We ain't gonna understand VR.
What's there to understand? You put the glasses on. I don't. I can't wrap my head. Let me say it this way. Because I don't want to come off sounding arrogant, right? Because I'm smart, but I'm not a genius.
You're
I
not
might be
that
a little
smart.
bit of a genius.
You're not that smart.
I'm pretty smart.
Say nah.
So I can't wrap my head around what I can't figure out. Like, I truly, truly believe, like I've said this to customers, and they'll start off, I'm technology illiterate. I don't get it. Well, I say, part of it, I think anybody, because you always got to be careful how you phrase this, right? Especially with people you don't know. Part of it is if you've decided that you're no good at it. Like, I've always championed telling this story about my grandmother. My grandmother was a nurse. And, there was a period where the hospital started switching over to more computerized systems. My grandmother never had a computer or had to use one in her line of work. And I've heard other adults in her age group say, once my company went computerized, I just retired because I don't want to deal with that shit. I mean, a lot of people I've heard say that.
Yeah.
What she did is she went and bought a computer, so she had one at home to use, and she went out and took a computer class. I've always respected that.
Yeah, she like, this shit ain't gonna beat me. Fuck that. That's real
Like,
shit.
There's shit that I don't completely understand, but I think I can grasp most concepts. And once I kind of understand it, like when I didn't learn to drive stick first. I learned to drive automatic, right? And then I wanted to learn to drive stick. Before I ever got a car that could drive stick, I went on videos to watch how the gears worked, to watch how the transmission was different, because I wanted to understand it.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times when people understand a why, it's easier to understand how to. And a lot of people don't start off with why you're doing something. That's what a lot of times at jobs where I've been a sales leader or just a leader in general, and I'm asking somebody to do something, I always explain why. Remember, we were growing up as kids. You didn't ask why. You just got told to do something. You did it. And that's so fucking wrong.
So don't fucking ask me why. Go ahead, do what I said. Like,
it's so fucking wrong. And I always encourage people to ask why and understand why they're being asked to do something. Because you may not like it, but if you understand why you have to do it,
the reasoning behind it,
you can do it. So that being said, I always want to understand why something is. So I can't fathom today, right now, a concept that my brain just would not be able to understand. Because legitimately, some of these people just don't understand it. They can't wrap their head around the way something works. Like we keep getting people that come in and get scammed. Like they say, Microsoft called me. This is the way my brain thinks about it. Have you ever tried to call somebody for customer service? And you go on their website, you have to dig for a good 20 to 30 minutes before you can even find a fucking phone number.
Yeah, they're not going to
call you. So if they don't make it easily readily available for you to call them,
why would they
not calling you?
Yeah, they're not going to call you for shit.
But I get that. But it keeps happening. And like the latest scam, if any of you guys have older friends or any of you yourselves are older and you still send checks, go out and get you some pens that don't have washable ink, because the latest scam is taking advantage of people who still mail checks out to pay for shit. Is they'll intercept the mail and they wash the check and then they go write themselves a check. And typically the group of people that are writing checks probably make a decent amount of money because they're older people, they're settled in life. I met a person who was in the store looking for those pens because they got them for $10,000. Intercept the check, rewrote the check to themselves. Now I think that's dumb because you had to go in a bank that has a camera to cash it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Inconvenience to the person.
And don't the check got a number on it? So you can find out where the fuck
it's traceable.
Yeah.
But now in today's age, you could argue I could walk in a bank with a mask on where before I couldn't.
That is true. That is true. And we all look like thieves now.
Maybe my identity is protected a little bit, but you still had to write it to yourself and you still had to present identification to cash that check.
Yeah. I be sorry. That nigga said 10 bands. I'm hunting that nigga down.
Met a guy last night with his computer, 10 grand, because he called Microsoft and gave him access to the computer. I am skeptical, but I can see how it could happen. I almost got suckered into one by accident. There's a producer, engineer that I follow on Instagram, and he runs contests. And somebody masked a profile look like his around the same time he was running a contest. So I had just watched a YouTube video of his, and he was talking about this contest he was running. And then I go on Instagram and I see him and it says enter the contest. I was like, fuck it. I never win anything, but why not try? It doesn't cost anything. When I click the link, it asks for my credit card number to verify I was an adult.
Nigga, what?
Sometimes they do that. Like places will ask because that
but a credit card isn't going to tell you that you're an adult.
You can't have a credit card if you're not 18.
Nigga.
But this is the logic that my brain said, okay, it makes sense. Trustworthy guy. And something said, stop typing your credit card number. Because I almost did it.
I cut shit off as soon as they asked for my credit card number. I don't play that shit.
And when I looked closely at the profile, it was a couple letters different. I mean, these scammers are... Imagine if they put the brain power
behind something else. They'd be so successful at it.
We could solve. But also, I respect people's hustle. Not at the expense of hurting somebody else, but...
Yeah, but that struggle is real. Like, that shit crazy. I I promise you, you scam me, I'm looking for your ass. I might not be able to find you. You may be in India, but give me a couple years. I'm gonna travel to India and find your ass.
There's a Family Guy episode like that where the father. You watch Family Guy at all?
Mm-hmm.
The
I haven't
father,
watched it recently, but
the father gets scammed by the Nigerian prince.
Oh shit!
So he goes to Nigeria and he takes over the fucking town.
Oh shit! Yep, that's gonna be me. You better not fucking go there and start running shit. Become a dictator. Fuck is y'all talking about?
Yeah, I can't. I guess again, vivid imagination. So things that are invented, I not necessarily thought of it, but I could see where the strategy might come from. Like, what else can we invent other than making everything we have faster? Teleportation.
That would be difficult.
Yeah, because you got to break down your molecules and reassemble.
Yeah, that's not easy. I don't want to be the one that tests it. You gonna melt and turn to goop, motherfucker.
You saw The Fly, right?
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
That's how he got there, just in teleportation. Great fucking classic film. But yeah, I don't understand what I won't understand.
Yeah, fuck that. That shit crazy.
Home loans kind of confused me, like all the legality stuff. Like when I worked at the bank and had to learn about all the lending products and
the different loan types and all that shit.
But it's just because it's boring to me. I don't want to know it. I mean, I want to know it enough for myself for when I have to go through it.
And that's the thing. If it depends on if it's something you're trying to get just for knowledge, or if it's something that you're trying to get that interests you. That's the difference. When it's something that interests you, you're gonna want to dig in more. You're gonna want to find out more. But if it's just for knowledge, you're gonna get what you need out of it, and then now I don't care. Yeah, like, that's literally how it is.
I think I told you about my old boss before. I highly respect this dude, E. And E's superpower is he can learn anything that will make him money.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to be interested in it. We were texting the other day, and what was the phrase he gave me? I said, that's a great quote. He says, if it made me money taking shots of Jaeger and knitting fucking stockings, I would do it. Like his brain has interest doesn't have to be a factor in learning for him.
Yeah.
That is a superpower. That is his mutant power. Because I do find it, I do struggle with shit I'm not interested in.
Yeah, I do too.
That's not to say I can't learn it, but I struggle with it.
I would literally learn just enough and then be like, fuck that shit, I'm done. Yeah.
Bro, you gotta save me. You're gonna have to be like my AA sponsor.
Why you say that?
I'm having new gear purchase itch.
Oh shit.
And I really don't need to be buying any new gear. Everything works. I don't. Could you enhance it? Sure. But I don't need anything, right? It's strictly a want. And I don't know why I'm getting this itch. Now, somebody made a good point. They said once my obligation to the state of New Jersey was done, that I did say I was going to do something nice for myself, and I haven't done that yet. So, but yeah, every now and then
I'm an excuse.
I'm going to send you a link, and all you got to do is click the link and be like, tell me 2 reasons why I don't need that shit right now.
All right, I'll tell you that shit quick. Nigga, don't you got one of these?
And lately, what I used to do is I'd buy something, I'd sell the thing that it's replacing or kind of in the place of. But now I've been into like wanting to keep it.
Keep the old one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you still got your other.
That's why, I plugged that MPC in just to update it to the software, but I haven't made anything on it. It's just something about what I wish.
It's like nostalgia.
That one is portable, right? I wish that form factor was portable.
Gotcha.
And it has more buttons on it than that one does. And for me, the reason I like hardware over software, and the reason I kind of blend the two, is you get muscle memory when you're using hardware, right? If you're pushing the same button to complete something, if you're turning the same knob to complete something, you start getting muscle memory, and then it makes you quicker at doing things, right?
Yeah.
And of course, the more you can do something efficiently, the more output you could get. That's why I've been doing like templates on everything. Like I noticed, every time I start this, I'm doing this, and I'm adding this, and I'm adding this. Why don't I just add this from the beginning and then just start from a template so I can get to the creative part of it faster?
Ah, yeah, that's smart.
So I've seen videos where people have modded it and put like they bought like a battery pack that they could charge and plug it into a battery pack. And I haven't really thought about it because I've just really been enjoying using that. But I wish that form factor You know what they'll do is they'll come out with that form factor with a battery and a speaker like that one.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be mad because I ain't buying another one. Not for a long, long time.
Hell no, them Jones.
But I have been looking at different
That shit crisp though.
effects processors. And just if you guys have been keeping up a couple weeks ago, Darien's got the song. So now we just gotta
I got the beat now,
we just gotta wait to see what's written to it.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait, motherfucker.
And maybe we'll do the pod in your recording sessions that you're knocking the dust off.
Facts. Real shit. Real shit.
Unless you start crying. Cut the camera off.
Yeah. We done. I'm going home. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's real shit though.
What's your final thought, sir?
As always, do what you can to make the world a better place. We need it. This shit's crazy. Shit's getting out of hand. I'm getting nervous, and I don't get nervous easily. Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
I mean that shit. God damn it.
I will say, based on our conversation, I think it's important to stay reflective, but don't forget those things that your younger self did shaped who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're happy with the person who you are today,
You can't regret.
you got to kind of be grateful for those things you did wrong or misstepped.
Yep.
But I will also say for the people who aren't necessarily happy with where they are today, take an introspective look. A lot of times, and I've been a what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I've been a person who've done this where, I can find out how I can point out 7 different people that are the reason that I'm in the situation I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But when you really decide to be honest and dig down into the reason you're in the situation you're in,
It's yourself.
it's me.
Yeah.
And I think that was the biggest.
Nobody likes to take blame. We like to give it.
My brain is good at formulating how something is.
Oh, that's your fault. I didn't do it. That's your
I
fault.
could be late to work tomorrow, and I will find a way that it was your fault. Well, I text Darien, and I was waiting for a response so I could do something before I left it. He never texted me back, so I wouldn't show the work late. See, just did that.
Yeah, that's facts though.
Really look inside yourself, whether you're in the first scenario, the second scenario, and just do what's necessary to. Most times we know the thing that we need to do to fix or to change the situation we want to change, and we just, for whatever reason, a multitude of we decide not to do it. You just got to stop, look at it, and do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my final thought.
Big facts. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you follow us across all social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Warm the Crib. And on TikTok, we are Warm the Crib Podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow, all of that. Get the algorithm going on y'all shit. We appreciate it.
Share with
man.
some other people.
Share it, tag us, tag others, show us you watching it, do all that.
And interact, comment. We love the comments.
Big facts. Big facts.
Make sure after you've watched this, you go back and listen to it. Or if you're listening to it, go back and watch it. We're going to wrap up because the trap phone is a buzzing.
Facts.
Not that kind of trapping guy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. If you're new and it's the first time listening and you've made it all the way to this point, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I hope you come back next week and the week after and so on and so forth.
And so forth.
Until next week, guys, we'll talk to you later. Peace.